leveled up, I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie. Sweat in the blood, in my eye. My future turning up, what it's time to be a.
Cody Rhodes has won the big one. That is right, guys. Let's get into the video. What is up, guys? It's your boy Hercules, and we are back at it again. We are talking about professional wrestling yet again. It looks like this is gonna be a professional wrestling type of videos for the whole week because there's a lot of things that happen. And if you don't know, well, last night, this past weekend, was WrestleMania 40, night 1, night 2. We're not even going to cover SmackDown because that was horrendous. And we're not going to cover the Hall of Fame or the Slammies because to me, there's no point of even covering that. If you like that stuff, you would go watch it yourself. But we are talking about WrestleMania night 1 and night 2. But specifically, we're talking about Cody Rhodes finishing the story. Now, here are my thoughts. I'm happy that Cody Rhodes finally finished his story, even though I will say The Rock coming back and becoming the final boss was more interesting, more intriguing than Cody Rhodes even finishing the story. I'm a very simple type of person. I always prefer the villains over the heroes. There are times where I prefer the hero. And I prefer Cody Rhodes to win last year. This year, to me, it just feels like it was a overbooked type of match. A match that made absolutely no sense because you call this match the Bloodline Rules, but then they proceeded to have a 20 to 30 minute type of match, a regular type of match. Then the Bloodline shows up and then all hell goes crazy. I saw some dude almost pretty much as accurate as possible. He almost got it, except for the part where Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker show up. This story has been going on for close to 3 years. And it's actually been going on for a little bit longer than that. But we're not going to talk about the other company because, as we know, WWE doesn't like talking about the other company. We're just going to talk about Cody Rhodes. And look, like I said, I'm happy for Cody Rhodes. He won it. He's got it. Now you are the man in WWE and professional wrestling. But I remember hearing a lot of legends, a lot of people that have won the big one. And they always say it's easy to win the title. It's hard to defend it. Now, yes, WWE is pre-predicted. So you know Cody Rhodes is not going to lose it in night 1, night 2, 3, 4, whatever, right? He's going to hold that title for, I would say, close to a year, 2 years, depending on how well they can book his run. But this is where I think we might see some trouble for Cody Rhodes. Right now, we are all in the sunshine, especially the Cody crybabies out there. They're in the sunshine. They're happy because their guy has finally finished his story. But what's the story after that? What are you going to do to convince people to keep coming back for Cody Rhodes? Because let's just be very honest. Everybody wanted Cody Rhodes to get that championship so he can finally be the one in his family to bring the championship to his mother, Mama Rhodes, and to his dad and brother and his bloodline, pretty much. What is next? Who is going to be the first guy he defends the title against? Will the fans turn their back on him after he gets stale as a champion? Will his matches be any good? We know that his wrestling is going to be good, but his storylines against other guys, who is he going to start off the feud with? Who's going to be the first guy to step up to Cody Rhodes and challenge him for the championship? Are we still going to have him go up against the Bloodline? Or are you going to have the Bloodline take a back seat, have them recoup, get stronger, get better, have The Rock take out Roman Reigns? But I'll do that for another video. Who is going to be the first guy to call out Cody Rhodes? I will say this. It should not be Seth Rollins, because guess what? I don't want to see Seth Rollins get any more title shots. Let the man go back, recruit, redesign himself, and then down 5 months later, he can get a title shot. But then you have to start thinking, well, if we're going to give Cody Rhodes some legit competition, well, who's that? AJ Styles? LA Knight? Who? Who do you think it could be? This is the problem a lot of former champions run into. You finally win the big one, only to have a mid-championship reign. That's the problem, you see. It's all fun and dandy when you win it, but then when you have to defend it and prove that you can carry the company, you can carry a storyline, that's the hardest thing possible. And right now, Cody, the storyline was carrying you. Your story, your unfinished story, was carrying you to the biggest stage in professional wrestling, the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. But what is next? I fear that the fans might turn on Cody Rhodes, or that we just get a mid-title run, or we get a super Cody Rhodes, just like how we got a super Cena, and it's gonna leave a bad taste in the mouth of professional wrestling fans, and it's gonna hurt Cody Rhodes. Because just remember, I'm finally gonna bring up that other company, in AEW. Cody Rhodes started off hot. He had that storyline, if you remember. Cody Rhodes had a storyline where he said he was gonna win the big one, but it was gonna be AEW's championship. But then Cody Rhodes decided to put a stipulation where if he did not win, he would never compete for that title ever again. And guess what happened? He lost, never competed for that title, went off to compete for the TNT title, won that, had a couple runs with that title. Then, and just then, the fans slowly but surely starting turning on Cody, because his character, his arc was stale. He was just same old Cody. He didn't change. He didn't want to turn heel. And what happened? Some people say he left because creative difference. Some people say he left because he wanted to go back to WWE. And that's what he says. But I personally think if the fans were still behind Cody Rhodes in AEW, he would have been in AEW for a little bit longer. Then he would have jumped back to WWE. But maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe I'm wrong. At the end of the day, I fear that the same thing could happen to Cody Rhodes in WWE that happened in AEW. But the only thing that can save him is if WWE books Cody Rhodes smart. Do not book Cody Rhodes as a Super Cena. Do not book Cody Rhodes as an MJF that gets hurt multiple times but still prevails at the end. Just give him good storylines, allow these wrestlers to wrestle excellent matches, and the rest is history. But the moment you start having Cody get beat up and then he eventually wins in the pay-per-view, it's gonna get stale very easy and fans are not gonna like it. But that is my opinion on the Cody Rhodes finally finishing his story. Congratulations, Cody Rhodes. Congratulations, WWE. This was the right move. But you also couldn't go wrong with the other move, which was allowing Roman Reigns to break Hulk Hogan's record. But I understand why you went with Cody Rhodes. But now, it's up to you to book Cody Rhodes in a smart way where you can make this a long-term booking. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
I just leveled up, I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie. Sweat, tears, and blood.